What school did you go to? Well, first of all, let me clear that. Where are you from?
Yeah, so originally from Stone Mountain, Georgia, moved up to the Quad City area. So it's Western Illinois, Eastern Iowa, and I moved up there in middle school. So 2013.
Okay. Okay. And so one of the questions we want to know, where did you go to school? And then why did you go to that school? And do you have student loans?
Yeah, so back when I graduated in 2018, the summer before, I had some decisions to make. So originally from Georgia, wanted to go to Georgia State. Mom graduated from there. Wanted to also go to UGA. My uncle graduated from there. But a lot of people in my area and with the in-state are looking at some bigger schools like University of Iowa, University of Illinois, Western Illinois, Northwestern, some of the big hitters up there. But one of the things is like my parents talked about is like you got to be able to afford that, right? So you got to be able to pay those, find scholarships, find something in state because out of state was kind of like wasn't gonna work unless I got a
Yeah,
full
we
ride.
be, we be talking about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what were my options? So at my district in Rock Island, went to Rock Island High School. They have a program through Black Hawk Community College. So if you graduated in the top 10% of your class, Black Hawk College gave you a full presidential scholarship that allowed you to go to their school free of charge. Granted, I had about 350, don't quote me on that, but 350 in my class. So, the top 10%, all of them could have went to Black Hawk on a four ride. But a lot of people thought of community college like 13th grade. It was still in the area, so they didn't want to do it. So I ended up coming down to Georgia, doing some visits, but the scholarships weren't there. The funding, it was going to be tough to make it happen.
Yeah.
So long story short, ended up taking that offer to go to Black Hawk Community College, started at community college for 2 years. And then from there, no debt. So I ended up transferring to another school in my area that got scholarships through Black Hawk, through my community college, which allowed me to graduate debt free. And I have no student loans right now. And I graduated in 2022.
I love how your parents broke that down and then went step by step on like it's on you because when you graduate, that's all on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, well, when paying for college, you had a presidential scholarship, but when paying for college, what was the bulk of your money going toward?
Yeah, so for me, since I had the scholarship, all the tuition and stuff was paid for. So most of it was just books, parking, and then housing if I decided to live on campus. But this is where, if you go to community college first,
Yeah.
right, depending on how many scholarships you apply for and get, you'll get a refund. Some people look at community college down, but I got paid to go to school.
You got paid?
I got paid to go to college for 2 years.
Off topic, what did you do with that money if you don't mind me asking?
So here's the thing: we're at InvestFest right now. We're doing this interview at InvestFest. So
Right.
that money went into myself. Right. So I'm not gonna say all of it because at that time I was wanted the Jordans. I wanted to go out to the fancy restaurants. So I did blow a lot of that money that I got in refund. Which looking back, it's like if I would have put that in a stock, if I would have put that in Bitcoin in 2018, oh my gosh. But here's the thing though: you live, you learn.
Right.
But I had that situation because I decided to go to that community college first.
Right.
I got paid to go. So now I got to stay on campus at the community college. They had dorms, which my scholarships that I applied for allowed me to go there. So no loans. Majority of that money went to living on campus and then
Housing.
books, parking, housing. Yep.
This question was a 2-year college ever considered? But you already went and it was considered, so that question really does not apply to you. I guess I can substitute it with, was a community college life-changing?
Oh man, so life changing. So here's the thing: is like people look down on a community college, and I get why because some people like 13th grade, and all your friends are going there. It's not that big D1 school,
Yep.
but community college changed my life. Allowed me to stay in the area, allowed me to gain more connections within my area. I'm sitting on boards in my community that people in high school that went to the bigger schools are paying back debt.
Dang.
They're, might not be on the same boards as I am now.
Yeah.
Don't know the playmakers in my community.
Yeah.
And even at a community college, you get tapped into who the professors are, who the president. I talked to the president.
Yeah.
He's walking through, you know what I'm saying? Some of the bigger schools, you
Yeah.
might not have that
You won't
access.
have it.
I got close to the board of directors, but all that was because I went to community college and I started there. And because of that, I transferred. I got more scholarships. I graduated debt free for my 4 year. And now I'm still helping out at my community college by speaking in classrooms. I'm still connected to professors, but community college was life changing for me.
Big life changer. Debt-free degree, by the way. Those wasn't my words. But did you know that by starting at a community college, staying off campus, you save over $10,000 or more? Well, and more. Did you know that?
Man, when I did it, I did. I think the thing is, it's how do we get parents and then high school students and even people that have went on to 4-year schools and like, man, I wish I would have started a 4-year. How do we now get them to come back and share that knowledge? Like, man, I wish I would have started at a 2-year. Man, I would have saved so much money. Man, you're taking the same classes the first 2 years of your degree that you would take at a community college. You're taking the same classes at a 4-year that you would at a community college. So how do we get that knowledge to these high school students? It's got to be the parents. It's got to be people that have student loans now that, man, I wish I would have went back and started a 2-year. These are the people now that have to go back, and even me advocating from a community college standpoint, we got to let them know. I have a mentee that's actually going to a community college in Illinois. She's going to be getting paid close to $10,000 from a
Those,
refund.
that's
From
not
a refund.
those not my words.
From a refund. She's getting paid to go to school. Like,
You know,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
not like sinking in.
10,000.
I know.
And this is from her locking down, just staying in the area, applying for scholarships while you're at the community college.
That's
Like, people
also
don't-
good to do. That's also a great thing
This
to
is
do.
a hack.
Yes.
This is actually you can get paid to go to community college with fast, depending on your family situation, your income, and all that. But if you grind and get scholarships, and then tuition's already cheap, they're trying to get people to come in.
It's
You can get
money.
paid 5 to 10,
You can make a lot
2,000,
more money than people
1,000.
working full-time jobs. Yes.
And then what do you do with
Yes.
that money, right? So now we're at InvestFest. We're pouring into ourselves. Reconnected last year, so it's like now you can put that money to work. Or in my case, I didn't know at the time, but now I know. Right. So, but I still had the option. I still had money to play with. Some people don't even have the option at the 4-year.
They don't.
But guess what? They with their friends. They think they party and all that. But when reality hits, when they graduate, and now student loans are coming to what, paying in September 1st? Are they
Yeah.
coming up?
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, like, well, I'm chilling.
We chill.
Right. And it's blessed to be in that situation. But now because of the situations that I did in the past, I can do that. So now that people that are in these situations, you got to go back and talk to these students.
Preach.
You got to go back and tell them, like, man, like, I got
Preach.
these student loans. It was all cool to party and all that, but now I'm struggling.
Preach.
Now this degree, right? I'm only making this amount of money now. I got my student loans. Now you might not even go to InvestFest. Now you're trying to get into real estate, stocks. But if you would have just locked in at the 2-year for a couple years, you'll be set to go. So,
Man.
tell 'em.
Hey, that's it. Hey, that's it. That's too much game